All right, Veerpal, good morning. Pay attention now. This is going to count as some of your class hours. So, as you know, we need to get to 45 hours. So, not all of them need to be in person where we are, sort of together in the room or together on the Adobe call or whatever. This is a lesson plan which is going to count as Friday, February 17th lesson, and it is also your assignment. So these two things together, I say, should take about 4 hours. So this is going to accredit to one of your class 4 hour sessions, right? So let's see. So this is two parts now. The first part is a workbook, and it drills, and some of the stuff we've already seen, but there's a thing in learning called spaced repetition. Spaced repetition, that means that you hear something over and over again several times, and eventually it becomes quite familiar. So you're going to just create some basic programs here. The stuff we've seen, right? We did that on day one. Functions we've done. Now, this is something we started to talk about in our last session, which was Tuesday, I think. However, we did not complete it, but we did introduce it. So you can try this, and if you can get this, great. I mean, you just enter the code and think about it, run it in the debugger. And if it doesn't work just yet, well, we can talk about it in our next class. But at least you can do drills 1 to 6, because that's something we've seen. You can try lists, which is a data structuring. Sorry, it's a data. It's a data structure, right? It's a thing that we use to control data in our program. So imagine like you have a notebook and you write down your shopping list or something. That's like a list. So you can, here we would have a shopping list, for example, of 3 kinds of fruits we want to buy. And this loop will iterate over and print out. So you can do that, right? Enter the code. If you don't totally understand it, well, guess what? I didn't understand programming the first couple of months either. You just got to write a bunch of code. So create a list of 5 of your favorite movies and put them in a list. So based on what you've done here, just go ahead and do that. And you know how this works, right? So keep entering all of the code and screenshots of your output into your Google Doc where you're making a diary, making a record of your work, right? So just go and do that. Now, lists is one kind of data structure, and another kind of data structure is dictionary. So the way dictionary does it now is just like a regular paper dictionary. You know, you look for a word like apple, and then it gives a description, you know, a fruit, a red, hard, sweet fruit, whatever. So dictionary works by having a keyword, in this case name, and then its corresponding value, right? And then you can print that out and get, and we're going to see as we move into your assignment why dictionaries and lists, and there's some other stacks and queues, some other coding drills we'll get to too. So here's your exercise to do by yourself based on what you just did in drill 8. And then drill 9, file handling. Now, this might be something we need to do together, right? You can try it by yourself, and if you get it, bonus. And if we need to sit together, we can do this together on Tuesday. But at least challenge yourself with it. This basically means that you're opening files on the file system. Think about Microsoft Word, right? You make your resume, you save it, and then later you can open it and modify it. So here you're actually storing data in the file system. That's pretty cool. If you can get to it, great. If not, do as much as you can. And finally, classes and objects. Now, we did start that last time, so you should have a little bit of familiar. I know you wrote some code by yourself based on our lab sheets. So here we're making a dog, and our dog is getting some. In fact, I think that's actually the exact exercise we did last time. So by yourself, you're going to create a class called car and give it a brand and a model, right? Now, this is your assignment because you do need to do an assignment in this course. So here's your assignment. And again, you're doing this will count to some of your asynchronous learning hours. So it's just going to reinforce the basic stuff we've done so far. So create each question in a separate Python file. I'm going to get you on Jupyter Notebook later. Maybe the next time we're in a class together, Jupyter Notebook has some advantages for programming. For right now, just keep using your Sublime and doing stuff with the command line. So figure out by yourself how you're going to do these deliverables. And you don't have to get it done by, by Monday or something. Let's make it due next Friday. So if you have any problems, we can work on it together in our next class. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's lists. See, this is basically just based on your lab book that you just did anyway. So we can talk about that together, but you probably are going to be pretty okay with it. So I know you weren't feeling well today, so maybe like Saturday or Sunday or something or Monday. Our next class is on Tuesday. So see if you can get it done before then if possible. And if you have any questions, just text me or email me. That's about it. I can't think of anything else to say right now. So have a nice, sweet weekend. Try and rest a little bit. Try and get better. And we'll see you later on. Bye.